Welcome, everyone, to this week astrology for the week of July 13th to July 19th. Can you believe it? We're in mid-July already. It's amazing. I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, and welcome back if you are... Oops, is my sound on? And welcome back if you are returning. I'm Joshua the Psychic. You can check out my website, psychicsun.com, for readings, coaching, gift certificates, and even parties, online parties. And all of my links are in the description below. So last we spoke, Uranus, planet of change and unpredictability, has left Taurus for Gemini as of July 7th. Now, this is going to give a nice break to those who have late degree Taurus in their chart. This is going to give you a little bit of a reprieve, a truce, so to speak, until November 7th, at which point, because Uranus will be retrograde, it will go back into Taurus until April 26, 2026, and then it will leave Taurus for our lifetime until, and then we'll have Uranus and Gemini all the way till 2033. So, yeah, this is going to be much better for us just because Uranus is happier in Gemini than it is Taurus. So especially if you have strong Taurus in your chart, say from 26 to 29 degrees, or say even 25 to 29 degree Taurus, you're going to have a little bit of a change going on, right? When we have that retrograde from November 7th until April 26th, when Uranus backs into Taurus. But then you're going to be home free. So with Uranus in Gemini, it's going to be much easier for us to make changes, especially adapting to new technology. I think that especially with the advent of AI, it's been very difficult for a lot of people because, well, Taurus is highly traditional, right? And Uranus there shakes things up. So those late degree Taurians, or those who have late degree Taurus in their chart, they're in for a treat. A little bit of a reprieve. Hey, Casmar, nice to see you. Good afternoon. So for all of us with Uranus entering Gemini, it's all about innovation, seeking out new solutions, and embracing the unconventional. And change is on the horizon. Like, this is a big deal. Uranus hasn't been in Gemini since 1949, I believe. So definitely enjoy this. Experiment with new things, especially creatively, because there's a lot of unexpected insights. Also, last time we spoke about Saturn going retrograde in Aries. And if you're catching this live, that is tomorrow, July 12th. And Saturn going retrograde in Aries, we're going to be reflecting on our responsibilities, our commitments, and our personal boundaries. Like, is this right for me? Am I on the right trajectory? Am I on the right track? So we're going to revisit our commitments during this period from July 12th to September 1st, seeing whether or not they align with our true values. And we're going to be able to refine our approach toward our long-term goals. So we'll use this time to adjust and fine-tune our strategies for success. Additionally, if you're catching this live, yesterday on the 10th of July, we had our Capricorn Full Moon. So do check out all of my resources for that Capricorn Full Moon. The Capricorn Full Moon was on July 10th, and now we're under the waning moon phase from July 11th to July 24th. So we're letting go of things that no longer work. As you can see, this housewife has had it. She's done. She's done deal records with everything that's no longer relevant for her. So during this waning moon phase until the 24th, we're celebrating our harvest. We're completing projects. We're releasing what no longer serves us. It's a period of letting go of resistance and blocks to make room for those new intentions and making adjustments too for whatever we believe is going to just make our lives easier, how we're going to grow, how we're going to evolve, how we're going to transform. Now, come July 24th, we'll have our new moon in Leo, which we'll talk about next week. And that will start our waxing moon phase from July 24th to August 9th. and then we're going to be drawing in things. So essentially, we're clearing things away during this period until the 24th. And then come the 24th, we're going to have plenty of space for that Leo new moon for new intentions. So that will be great. And we'll talk more about that as the weeks progress. Hey, cooking guy, do you actually cook? I imagine you do. We have a lot of food to talk about today on This Week Astrology. So let's talk about this week and all the food. I'm going to fatten you all up this week because, well, the sun is in Cancer. And, well, Cancers definitely love food because it's all about nourishment and nurturing. So we start the week on July 13th. The moon will be in Aquarius on Sunday, July 13th, until 7:44 p.m. East. So throughout all our day on Sunday, we're embracing innovation and individuality. Then come about 7:45 p.m. on Sunday, the moon will shift to Pisces, and that's going to bring us a much more intuitive, creative, compassionate vibe. We want to tap into our creativity and emotional depth. And 13, of course, is all about transformation. So numerologically, on Sunday, the energy is going to be really good for transforming and renewing ourselves. 13 signifies resilience, innovation, and change. Think rebirth with overcoming challenges. And how perfect is this for a Sunday? It's National Beans and Franks Day. Whether served at dinner, a summer cookout, picnic, savor the smoky, sweet flavor and nostalgic appeal of this classic comfort dish. My great-grandmother, from what I gathered, used to serve Franks and beans on Saturday. Saturday night was Franks and beans, but little did she know that Franks and Beans Day is on Sunday the 13th. Maybe she did it on Sunday too. I don't know. But maybe you should have some Franks and Beans on Sunday. I think that's a very good meal. I think it could be very tasty. Maybe cooking guy, do you concur, cooking guy? Maybe you'll make us some Franks and Beans. Franks and Beans on Sunday. So on Monday, the 14th, now Monday is the moon's day, the most sensitive, poorest day of the week. So be sure to double down on your self-care. Don't give yourself the luxury of a negative thought. We have that full moon energy, so we're very, very porous. Oh, Casmar just likes the beans. Okay, Casmar, I'll make a note of that. So, of course, we're also under our waning moon phase, so we're letting go of things that no longer serve us. What is love flows, what is not goes. And your day's moon on Monday is in Pisces. So keywords for your Pisces moon on Monday include compassionate, intuitive, artistic, empathetic, sensitive, imaginative, selfless, escapist, idealistic, romantic, adaptable, kind, and creative. And we want to be flexible on Monday because it's a 14. The cross sum of 14 is 5, so that means there might be some kind of adjustment to the plan. 14 embodies freedom and exploration. It's all about adaptability, curiosity, and adventure, merging wanderlust with resourcefulness. Interesting. Wanderlust with resourcefulness. And it's also National Mac and Cheese Day. So again, the sun is in Cancer. We might be gaining a little bit of weight because Cancer loves to eat or not. I think the diet's going to start when the sun enters Leo. I think that's really the case. But on Monday, you can celebrate the golden and gooey, baked and hearty king of comfort foods, mac and cheese. And apparently, some might credit Thomas Jefferson for bringing the recipe to the U.S. after spending time in Italy, although that's highly debatable. So whether it's craft, or I suggest you make your own mac and cheese on Monday, and I think that's really the perfect Monday dish because Monday is the moon's day. It's very much about nurturance and taking care of ourselves, and well, a mac and cheese dinner will definitely be very hearty and nostalgic and perfect for the Cancerian sun. So enjoy that on Monday. So on Tuesday, of course, Tuesday is Mars's day. So that's the planet of courage, drive, and initiative. So if you have anything to get done that requires extra grit and determination, I think Tuesday is probably a good day for it. It can go either way, right? With that Pisces moon on Tuesday, Pisces get lost in their work. So otherwise, if you're not getting lost in your work, you might not get so much work done, right? Because Pisces wants to escape. So you can get lost in your work on Tuesday and get a lot done. Embrace your intuition, creativity, and emotional depth with your Pisces moon on Tuesday. Tune into your inner world and allow your imagination to flow freely. That Pisces moon is really great for visualization, for letting go of things. I think it's very complementary to the full moon and Capricorn cycle, the waning moon cycle that we're now under. And 15 numerologically on Tuesday represents balance and harmony. It's all about temperance, healing, and fairness. Think balancing justice with compassion. And I love this. I didn't know about this holiday. It's celebration of the horse day. Celebrate these majestic creatures that have been vital to our country's security, recreation, and legacy, and enjoy one if you can. From what I've gathered, horses are very intuitive, and if you're working with one, you have to align with their energy, because if you're feeling upset, they'll feel upset. You want to make sure that you're feeling secure with your horse, so then the transference of energy, then they feel secure. So maybe hang out with a horse if you can, and if not, well, celebrate them however you can. Homemade mac and cheese is best per Casmar. I agree for sure. But enjoy your horse day celebration of the horses, because I think that some horseback riding could actually be really good since, well, you're having franken beans on Sunday. On Monday, you're having mac and cheese, and I think that we could use a little bit of exercise. It's all about the balance, right? It is summertime after all, so celebrate your horses on Tuesday, however you see fit. And on Wednesday, the 16th of July, Wednesday is Mercury's day. So you might want to pad your schedule with a little extra wiggle room. Mercury retrograde shadow period, its pre-shadow is upon us. So communication is slowing down a little bit. We're going to have to check and double check. You might want to give yourself a little bit of extra time to get projects done. If somebody wants a deadline for you or a time frame, you may want to pad your schedule with a little extra wiggle room. So, for instance, if you're like, oh, I can get that done by Monday at 9, you know what? Give yourself a breather. You know, it's better to under-promise and over-deliver, because with Mercury in its shadow period and going retrograde, there might be some adjustment to the plan. It might take longer than you expect. So bear that in mind. You'll have your moon in Pisces on Wednesday until 12:32 a.m. East. So if you're awake, you're embracing your intuition and creativity. And if you're asleep, well, hopefully you're having very, very sweet dreams. That shift to Aries at 12:32 a.m. East is going to ignite our passion. It's going to encourage us to take action and to embrace new beginnings. And 16, numerologically on Wednesday, embodies introspection and intuition. It signifies analysis, understanding, and insight, blending self-discovery with spiritual depth. And I think this is going to be quite the great day, because it's National Cherry Day. After you've had your franken beans and after you had your mac and cheese, we're going to give you some nice cherries for National Cherry Day. From sweet to tart and in shades ranging from red to yellow, cherries are linked metaphysically with love, beauty, and the cycle of life and death. A while back, I think a few weeks ago, I did a smoothie presentation, smoothie for your sign. So maybe you can check that out. Maybe you can just have cherries on Wednesday, or maybe put them in a smoothie. But I think that those cherries look awfully good, don't you? Yeah, cherries are good for snacking. Raw cherries are good for snacking. I agree. I think they're really good. And, well, you can use them magically as well. You can, who cares if it's a placebo, but they say metaphysically, cherries are linked with love and beauty and metamorphosis. And I think it's very scorpionic energy, right? Because it's that dark red, which is associated with the sign of Scorpio. So enjoy your cherries on National Cherry Day on Wednesday. And on Thursday, the 17th of July, well, it's Jupiter's day. That's the planet of luck, abundance, and prosperity. So it's a good day to think big and to doubt your limits, to make moves, to expand and grow. And we're also under now our last quarter moon. So last quarter moon is the period of time from our full moon to our new moon, smack dab in the middle of those two lunations. So this is the halfway point between your full moon and your new moon, meaning since we're letting go of things that no longer serve us, this is that halfway point. So we have to look on Thursday and be like, okay, well, have I let go of things? Have I made the adjustments that I need to make? Am I holding anything that's too heavy? Because if it's heavy, theoretically, it's not yours. And you don't want to feel heavy. You want to feel light. Because the first part of enlightenment is, to lighten up. And the lighter we are, the easier it is to manifest. So definitely take stock on Thursday. What do you need to let go of? Because you want to be prepared for that new moon in Leo on the 24th. You want to make sure that things are cleared out so you have plenty of space for that beautiful new moon. On Thursday, your moon will be in Aries all day long. Keywords for Aries moon on Thursday include energetic, courageous, confident, impulsive, assertive, enthusiastic, competitive, headstrong, brave, and independent. So it's a great day to be bold, I would say, with that Aries moon, and to be optimistic. This is a great day. And 17 numerologically on Thursday is also pretty lucky. For those that know the tarot, 17 is aligned with the star card. So expect the unexpected, maybe expect some unexpected help. Expect some unexpected help. Yeah. 17 represents optimism and spirituality. It signifies wisdom, enlightenment, and inner strength. Think contemplation with higher ideals. And, you can't win unless you play. And it's National Lottery Day on Thursday. Now, Thursday is Jupiter's day, and you got that Aries moon. I do think, indeed, this is a great day to gamble. If you're going to gamble, I always suggest you gamble under a fire sign moon, which we have because the moon will be in Aries. And the best day to try your luck is indeed Thursday. So be sure to indulge in that if you're so inclined. Get yourself a ticket, and soon you may be searching for the perfect beach house in Malibu, Palm Beach, or Nantucket. Where is your perfect beach house that you're going to get once you win the lottery? Let me know. I'm really curious. I don't know if I want Malibu. I worry about a Malibu beach house. Not that it's not gorgeous, but those waves. I don't want my house that I won from the lottery to be in the ocean. That would be terrible. Talk about a bad day. That would be a very bad day, right? Hey, Kelsey, nice to see you. You will? Oh, you're going to play? Okay, well, let us know how you do. Let us know how you do. I bet you'll do great. Outer Banks, NC? Is that where you live? Outer Banks? That's pretty cool. Enjoy National Lottery Day. And remember us little people when you're rich and famous. Also, on Thursday, Mercury is going to go retrograde. Now, I don't think this is a bad thing. I, in fact, love the retrogrades. Oh, your vacation house. Okay, I get it now. That's where you're going to get your beach house, is on the Outer Banks. I love it. Okay, great. All right, very cool. Well, if it's big enough, Casmar, I expect an invitation. If it's big enough, I don't want to cramp your style or anything, but hey, got a beach house in the Upper Banks. So Mercury is going to go retrograde, but this is not a bad thing because, it's summertime, right? And we want to take it down a notch. We want to slow down. It's a great time to review and rest. And, summer typically is not as busy as winter. Oh, thank you, Casmar. I do appreciate that. Summertime is not as busy as winter, right? Or fall. So that's going to be good for us. It's going to be good for us to reflect on where we're going and how we want to get there. As Mercury goes retrograde in Leo, we're encouraged to reflect on our communication style, our creativity, and our self-expression. This transit, it's a shorter one. It's only about 3 weeks and I think 3 days until August 11th. It's going to ask us to reconsider how we project our identity and interact with other people, especially in the spotlight. How do we handle the spotlight? How do we handle our creativity? And it's a time to reassess past decisions and resolve any misunderstandings that may have surfaced. So be mindful of revisiting creative projects or rekindling old connections. Mercury retrograde is a great time to go back and redo something or revise something. Maybe it's a painting that you started before or a manuscript you're working on. It's really good for that. It's also really good for research. And, well, old lovers may indeed be coming back out of the woodwork, and they may see what they had lost, or they might see what they had decided they didn't want, or you might decide that you've got to reconsider a past relationship. But old lovers may be coming back, so just a heads up. They always seem to rear their heads when Mercury is retrograde, particularly with Leo. Mercury being retrograde in Leo, because Leo is all about romance. Now, this retrograde is really important, actually, because, well, we had that very long Mars retrograde. Remember that? It started in the fall. Well, the shadow was in the fall. No, it was in the fall of 2024. Mars was in Leo and it was retrograde up until February of 2025. So what's going to happen now with Mercury going retrograde over those same points, we're going to get to fine tune wherever Leo is in our chart. So check to see where Leo is in your chart, or one of my resources, I'm sure they'll tell you about that. So we'll talk about Mercury retrograde as time goes on, but wherever Leo is in your chart, that is really going to be up for an upgrade, because like I said, we had Mars there that was changing things. Now we're going to have Mercury there, so we're going to be able to refine. So I think that's going to be really good for us, actually. So during this retrograde, to make the most of it, reevaluate your communication. How do your words and actions reflect your true self? How do you act in accordance with your actual values? Are you creating things that have heart and meaning? Reconnect with your creative side. Use this time to revisit artistic endeavors or explore new forms of self-expression. It's a great time to go back to a hobby that you already had in place before, even if you were a little kid and you did, I don't know, tap dancing lessons, or maybe you painted or did something before, even when you were, an adult. This is a really great time to rekindle an old flame, be it a passionate flame that you had with a creative project, or a form of creativity, or even love. And you also want to resolve any past misunderstandings. Address any unresolved issues or misunderstandings from the past, allowing for clearer communication moving forward. So I would say it's a great time to get artistic and to go back in time and say, you know what? What did I not finish before? Or what could I revise? Like this gentleman, right? He has all of his paints. He's ready to get to work, and I think Mercury retrograde is actually going to be good for us. Just be mindful of giving yourself extra time to get things done. Be mindful of traffic. Give yourself plenty of time to get to the airport if you happen to be traveling. I would err on the side of caution under this retrograde. For instance, don't take an invitation. Don't go someplace unless you're absolutely gung-ho about going. Because if you're lukewarm about going, well, chances are that's your intuition. So either it's a hell yeah or a no would be the advice. And you want to just limit communication to a certain extent. Like, you don't want to have to put yourself in that line of fire. I mean, life goes on. You're going to enjoy the retrograde, but if you can avoid traffic, if you can avoid going to new places, even like in terms of restaurants, it's better to return to a restaurant that you know is good, as opposed to like, oh, let's try this new one. Same thing with hotel. Go to the hotel that you were at before, just to simplify your life. You don't need any challenges. And on Friday, the 18th, oh my goodness, well, it's Venus's day on Friday, planet of love and abundance. So spread as much love around as possible. We should be doing that every day, of course, but particularly on Friday. And it's the waning moon cycle. So what is love flows and what is not goes. And I think we're going to be able to really make some major strides this week with that Aries moon, because that Aries energy is going to burn away those things that are negative or not right for us. And you'll have your Aries moon on Friday until 3:58 a.m. East. So up until that time, if you're up that early, you're igniting passion and taking bold action. That's what we've been doing for the past few days. And by the time you wake up on Friday, the moon will shift to Taurus, which is also Venus ruled like the day, like Friday. So that shift to Taurus is going to have us focusing on stability, practicality, and enjoying life's pleasures. That could be really good. So it's a double whammy of Venus energy on Friday. So it's very creative. It's very loving. It's a really good date night, and I'll tell you why. So it's an 18 on Friday, so we are finishing up a cycle, right? Because the cross sum of 18 is 9. That's the highest single-digit number. It really is about completion. And 18 embodies introspection and wisdom. It signifies understanding, spirituality, and compassion, blending deep thought with empathy. Now, this is quite the beautiful date night. Now, again, Mercury will be retrograde, but that is okay because life doesn't stop. You could go on a really great date because Mercury in Leo will sextile Venus and Gemini. So if you're not going on a great date, you might be setting up a date. Communication is pretty sexy with that sextile. So express your creativity, engage in lively conversations, and embrace new ideas that spark joy and connection. Cultivate harmony with thoughtful communication. So this is a beautiful aspect on Friday. I love it. You're going to have it's going to be Venus's day. The moon will be in Taurus. It's an 18. We're finishing up a cycle. We're closing an emotional cycle in our lives. And you got that beautiful aspect. So, have fun, whether it's creatively or talking to your friends or going on a date or setting up a date. Wonderful day for communication. Wonderful day. What is this? Funny, debating a Friday night invite. You're not feeling it yet? All right, well, you could just have fun lying low, of course, Casimar. But I'll tell you, if you get an invitation and it feels like it's a good idea for you, I would take it on a Friday. That's going to be a really nice Friday, irrespective of Mercury retrograde. And some things, remember, might actually be fated under the retrograde. Meaning, yeah, sure, it's Mercury retrograde, but some things, because we're having to redo them, there's a certain sense of destiny, like this had to happen, right? So it could be really good. But let us know, Casimar, what you decide. And on Saturday, the 19th of July, can you believe it? The 19th of July. It's Saturn's day, the planet of discipline, restriction, and responsibility. So this is going to really help us tap into that Capricorn full moon energy that we're still playing with, because we had our full moon in Capricorn on July 10th. That energy is still prominent. That energy of that Capricorn full moon is waning. So it's taking away things that no longer serve us. And Saturn cuts, right? Saturn is really stern and doesn't suffer fools gladly and can be a bit severe. So Saturday's a great day to say, yeah, you know what? This is no longer happening. The buck stops here. I'm no longer dealing with this. It's a great day for setting your boundaries and getting your ducks in a row for the week ahead. Now, the moon will be in Taurus, so you may be lazy or you may be really, really ambitious. I would say that Taurus moon on Saturday, remember, an object in motion likes to stay in motion. Always think about that in regard to Taurus. So if you start early and you get the ball rolling, you'll be probably very successful. But if you decide to indulge early and relax a little and take it easy on your Saturday, you may indeed not get much done, because Taurus, like I said, object in motion likes to stay in motion. So just bear that in mind. And maybe you need a rest. In any case, your keywords for your Taurus moon on Saturday, and by the way, the moon is happiest in Taurus. It's a beautiful moon. Keywords for your Taurus moon: reliable, patient, practical, devoted, warm-hearted, responsible, stable, determined, sensual, and loyal. So be loyal to yourself on Saturday and honor yourself. If you need rest. If you need to get things done, well, get her done. And 19 numerologically on Saturday represents completion and transformation. It's all about renewal, fulfillment, endings. You're balancing accomplishment with new beginnings with that numerology on Saturday. And on this day in 1992, don't break my heart, my achy breaky heart, a number one hit from Billy Ray Cyrus. It peaked at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100. And the song spawned a dance which became ubiquitous in country dance bars. So Maybe you know the dance. Country and Western fans, well, some of them didn't think this was legit. The Achy Breaky, I absolutely liked it. And just so you know, it's a really good karaoke song. It's a good karaoke song. It's one of my favorite karaoke songs to do. And if you know the dance, well, all the better. So at a minimum, you got to put that on. You got to put on that song, and we'll dance to it because, well, it's a celebration. So we did it, folks. We went through every single day of the week. We got to see Casmar and the cooking guy. Forget his name, the cooking guy. But thank you all so much for joining me. Do enjoy this full moon energy that we're still playing with. Remember, what is love flows, what is not goes. And I will see you next week. We're going to talk about our new moon in Leo that we'll be having on July 24th. So stay tuned for that. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Definitely check out my free resources in the description below, and also my website if you're interested in any of my services. My pleasure, Kelsey. And Casmar, great to see you too. All right, take care, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.